Okay, welcome back to the third part. In the case of the third part, I want to be able to click on all of these buttons and it should officially take me back to each of those forms. But I only have two forms in place, and that is the login and this pharmacist one. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, for this very button, let's exit first and come right in here. We need login, right click, and that is event action and action perform. Right in there I'm going to create, let's create an object. So it's called login equals, I'm just going to call it iLogin or back or login, that's fine. iLogin equals new login there. iLogin, which is the name of my object, dot set visible equals true. Okay, we're having this error because we need to import this very login. Okay, that's it right there. So I'm going to click on this light bulb there and just import it. Once I import it, you guys should be able to see it right up here. Okay, so let's import it first. Click import, and there we go. The error there is gone. So why do we have an error here? Semicolon is required. So if I run this program now, we should be able to go back straight onto the login system itself. So if we have the correct details in there, there we go. Enable, and we want to go back there, right? But we see how that means we're back in here. Yeah. Okay, so that is fine. So that is for the login, is taken care of. Now we actually meant to design the rest of, we need doctor, patient, payment, GP appointment, and pharmacist office. So I need all of those frames, actually, not tables. So let's do that. So I'm going to start by coming in here. Yeah, I need a pharmacy. Let's scroll down. Pharmacy, there we go. Right click. Let's see. Yeah, let's right click, new JFrame, and inside JFrame I now need that of the doctor. So paste that in there, and that will be, that's all. We have that of the doctor in place. Yeah, and the same thing, right click, set layer, absolute layer, right click again, properties, and right inside the properties I want to change this to 1400 by 800. That's the size that I've changed the rest to it anyway, and the preferred size should be exactly the same. Let's come in here, 14 by 800. Right. Okay, that's fine. Now we need to design the interface for the doctor. Okay, instead of designing the doctor frame from scratch, I'm going to go to the pharmacy here and just copy the content I have on the design of the pharmacy itself. There we go. So I'm just going to select it all and just change it around there. Just copy all of those, then modify it. I don't think I'm gonna need this, so let's uncheck this. Okay, I'm gonna need the others, so let's go to edit, copy, and let's come straight into doctor and just paste it there. Right, I know some of the codes may have been or has been copied, so I'm going to have to now go in there and just carry out some modifications. First thing first, let's copy this and paste it up here for the reference. Yeah, so I'm going to change things around now. Login, we meant to, okay, logins to. All right, here we have an error with the exit, so the error can easily be taken care of. Let's just declare a variable. Maybe we'll put that up here, private jframe equals frame. So that should take care of the error that we have in there. So we need to import JavaX swing jframe there. So that is gone. Now you see this one, that is the login. We need to import the login as well, and we need to import this. Let me import these ones first. Okay, or I can always go in here and just copy those. Let's come in here, go inside the code and just copy them. There we go. I'm going to copy everything that we have in here. We already have this. Let's copy it anyway. Come in here and paste that right underneath here. Yeah, there. So let's come down. If you notice, all of the errors are gone apart from this very one that I've just changed. So let's change the names around first before I start. This is the one that is giving the error now. So this one is now going to be called, let's change that to, that'll be doctor's reference. Doctor's reference number. So this is going to be known as JTXT. Okay, let's just put doctor reference there and copy this. Okay, now I'm going to go back in the code. You see where the error is. I'm just going to get rid of all of this, get rid of it there, and that is going to become dot get text. And there. Okay, let's see what I've done wrong in there. Yeah, okay, this is the bit I need to change, so I'm going to get rid of this, paste that in there. Yeah, and that is supposed to be get text. Right, and get rid of all of this. Okay, the error is taken care of. Now let me speed up the design of the whole interface and just change things around, and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, doctor's details is all in order now. There we go. So I'm just going to make the design look standard. So what I need to do now is to to actually be able to go back to each of these. So first of all, if we come straight here to the project here, okay, we need to take care of this error first. Right, let's see, why do we have that error? I don't think there's any error in there. Let's check. No, there's no error. Let's refresh the whole system and see. Okay, it's still, let's see again. Yeah, you see, like I said, I don't think there's any error. Okay, now that is done. So what I want to do now is I want to be able to call the pharmacy. That's the pharmacy there. I need to be able to call that because that was the very first one we took care of, and that of the doctor is ready as well. So we have the pharmacy here and we have the doctor here and the login. So inside the doctor we should be able to call the pharmacy. So let's right click and go to event, action perform. Oh, come on, let's see, it's right up here anyway. I will do that again. Event, action perform. There we go. Right in here, the first thing I want to do is to create one of these. So that's going to just be my, let's create, I think it's called, oh okay, pharmacy. I need to call that very, oh come on, call that very form or frame. Pharmacy equals iPharmacy there, and equals new pharmacy iPharmacy dot visible. So we have to import equals true. We have to import pharmacy anyway. So let's come right in here and click to import the package. There we go. So we can call that easily. That is fine. So we need to now go in here. Let me copy all of this. I'm just going to copy that and paste that right inside the login. So we have doctor. Okay, it's doctor we need to call now. We need to call doctor. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So right in here, right click and let's call the doctor here. Doctor, there we go, up here. So just gonna change all of this to doctor anyway. Copy, that's it, doctor. Already have pharmacy in the house anyway. So doctor here as well, and doctor right here, there. So we now need to import the doctor. Okay, there we go. That's clear. Now on one of the buttons on pharmacy, there's a button there. We have doctor there. Right click, event, action perform. So why is this coming here? That is the doctor. I'm just going to paste that in there to call the doctor. Yet let's import that. That is fine. So let's see, there's no error. So we have doctor, pharmacy, and the login. Okay, those are the package 1, 2, 3 packages that are ready for processing right now. They, apart from the others that need to be taken care of. So doctor, login, which is the main one, and this. So let's compile and run. Let's run it and see. Okay, enter the correct details. Yep. Yeah, so we can call doctor now. Right, and let's say we want to go back to login. Yeah, we can go back to login. You have to log in again, and we can also call the pharmacy. Okay, the good thing about pharmacy is we just need to select and add. I think maybe we should do the same thing for the doctor. With the doctor's reference number, all of his information must show. That is correct. So let's come straight into the doctor. You say, where is the doctor now? There we go, that's the doctor. So I'm going to change this just like we did here. So let me show you what I'm talking about. You see in here, this very one, if I right click and show you the codes, you see that once it's selected, all of those information are displayed. So I'm going to do the same thing for the doctor. Get rid of this, I don't need this anymore. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for that of the doctor. Okay, that will make life easy for me instead of having to enter each individual details word for word. Okay, let's copy this. Copy and come right in here inside the doctor. Get rid of this. There will be an error. Then we'll take care of that. Good. Get the name of this very one. Okay, just copy that. Yeah. Come right in here. I should have an error somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, right there. And change things around. Okay. Now let's go in here and just copy all of those information. Yeah, let's see. So that will be where we add update. Yeah. Right there. There we go. Copy that. Come right inside doctor. And that is sorted. Now, inside the doctor, I'm going to copy all of this and just modify it. And I'll get back to you guys as soon as that is done. So, I might as well show it to you and just show you one of the steps. Because I copied this, all of the lines of codes are in there. And there we go. You see, they all have errors because they are not on the form itself. So I'm going to paste what I've just copied up here and just use the names. I don't need this very one. These lines, I don't need this one. Okay. So we're going to need the doctor's reference number though. Alright, let's start with this very one first. Copy this and change this. Okay, and copy this very one. Change this. Okay, I'm going to speed that up and get back to you guys. Okay, I have copied and changed all of these. Alright, let's move that there. It's still not done yet, but this one that I used to fill up the names, I'm going to just delete it. I don't need that. Okay, now all of the information in here are not valid, so I just need to modify it and that'll be all. Now the first one here, doctor's NHS number, we can just make that our DR, whatever. Doctor's name, let me be a doctor, and surname. Medical center, let's just call that Vail Medical Center. Vail Center. Patient ID number, center address, number 10, Roadwalk Lane, postcode, medical center reference number, MCR, then their telephone number, and the second number, just make that up, fax number, email address, vail.med@gmail.com, patient NHS number, whatever number this is, I don't know, and here GP appointment, yes, there. Those are all of the information that we need. So one thing that we also need to change here is this very one, ibuprofen. It's not ibuprofen, so that's supposed to be, let's come back into the design, doctor's reference number. So let's click on that and come in here where we have model. We need to change that to select reference, select doctors reference. Alright, so this one might be, let's say, PO as a reference for that, and this one can be JK, and this one is QM, why this one is going to be QE2, whatever. So those are the reference number that will be displayed on the system there. So the very first one is this, so click on that and let's come right in here and change the reference to that. So if the reference is that, this is what happened now. So we can just copy this and then use else if, copy, come right down here, else if the reference, let's see, where was the reference, the second reference, we need that. The second reference is this, then the details will change there. So the name change, so the name can be, let's say, Jackson Kings, right? No, let's put Kings underneath here. Right, his reference number will also change. Vail Medical Center, patient, maybe different patient for him. That is correct. Medical Center phone number, yeah. Okay, here we definitely have a different line, and this one is to Garvey King. There. Patient NHS number and whatever this is number there. So those changes are done. So I'm just going to speed up the rest of the lines of codes and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, I've finished with the line of code, so let me show it to you guys. That's the first lines of if statement. Let's take it down so that you see the rest of the statement. Yeah, and now we have else. Okay, and then followed by the other one. And finally the last one here. Right, so all I'm just going to do now is to run the system and you guys see how it works. Now enter password there, click on doctor. Let's get the first doctor. That's the first doctor's details, and we can also delete exactly the same lines of code that was used on the pharmacy's frame. And let's enter the other one and the other one and the other one. There we go, guys. So that's fine. Then we can move over to the pharmacy and there, add. But the problem with the pharmacy is it's only ibuprofen that is working right now. So I'm going to speed up this and so that it can be used to repopulate the whole table. So let's come into the pharmacies table and there we go, right here. Right click, event, action, perform. Scroll right down. So we need to change all of this. Copy that. Need 4 of those. 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm just going to change the medications around and get back to you guys, but let's see what are the names of this medication. The next one here is called what? Okay, we have Crocodamo. Or I'm just going to copy all of those. Copy. Come right in here. That's 3, 2. Yeah, this is it. Paste that in there. This is the next one. Paste that here. And cut this off as well. Come right down here. Paste that here. Now one more. And little pin. Cut that off. Come right down. Paste that in there. I will then modify the data on each table around, and then I'll get back to you guys as soon as it's done. Okay, I've finished the development of the codes required for each of the different medications. Alright, so have a good look at it. That's for Crocodamo, and we have paracetamol here, and finally we have amlodipine there. Okay, maybe change this to A, whatever. So that is all of the medications. The other thing that I have underneath here is if you select, make a selection, all of the text box are cleared. So let's compile and run. Right. Enter our login details. Click on OK. doctor's information. You can add that very doctor's details in there. And let's go to pharmacy. Right here in the pharmacy, select any of these. Yeah. And supposing we select make a selection, there we go, it's all cleared. Now select something and we can add. The same thing applies to that of the doctor. And if we select doctor's reference there. So what I'm going to do now is just to come right here and link all of these other buttons, 1, 2, 3, with some of the forms that I've already created instead of having to start all over. So I'm just going to copy the content in here, copy that, and come right here. Since you guys get the whole idea, you can always repeat exactly the same thing for your own system. But if it's for real, then you have to develop a proper form. This is just to save time for me. It's over an hour already. So let's come in here and change this as well. Yeah, change this. There we go. And this other one, let's see, pharmacy. We need that of pharmacy. Okay, we can make that up. Just paste that in there and just change this to pharmacy. As well to make it consistent. Right, so that is GP appointment changed. And have we changed payments? Okay, let's change payment to pharmacy as well. Right in here. There. So that is taken care of. Now let's go straight into the login. Right here, the login. So that will become that. And this payments, I think, yeah, this becomes this. In here where we have doctor, let me get that of doctor and just change that around too. There's taken care of. There we go. And payment. There. I think that will be all. So if I run the system now, compile first and run it. Run. Okay, let's enter invalid data. There we go. Supposing we only have 3 attempts, and there we go. There, the system logged you out. So let's try it again. Enter the correct login details. There we go. All enabled. We have that. So that's fine. Back to login. And here. That is fine. Back again to login. Yeah, that is fine as well. more time. Enter the correct login details. There, and that is patient. Let's try patient out. Good. So guys, with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed, so you all have a nice day now, and please do subscribe. Bye for now.